So I'm looking to grow this channel. I'm looking to go live on this platform a lot more. I go live a lot on my Facebook and not really Instagram, but I go live a lot on Facebook, but I'm looking to go live more on YouTube. So, I have some videos on there. A lot of them are either spoken word videos of the poems I wrote or Facebook lives from like the day before I put up the video. So, yeah, I'm looking to go live more on this platform to do readings. So I figured, let me make like an introductory live so you guys know a little about me. My name is Shayna. I go by the Bardess and the Crone. And the reason why I chose the name the Bardess and the Crone, a lot of people question that because my old name used to be the Mystic Wolf and Raven. This was even before I created a YouTube channel. This was my old Facebook page. It used to be the Mystic Wolf and Raven. And then I used to have a separate poetry page, like a separate page from that. Okay, so my psychic page and my poetry page were two separate pages. And then I had like my main profile page or whatever. So I wound up getting hacked on Facebook, right? And they didn't have like the 2-step authentication crap or whatever. They didn't have that back then when I made my first page and like my first like group pages and all that. Unless if they did and I just wasn't aware of it. I just maybe didn't pay attention to it or whatever. So I tried signing on one day and I didn't get in, and I was like, okay, like, what do I do? So, I wound up hello, everyone coming in. So I'm like, okay, what do I do? So I wound up making a new Facebook. And then I said, okay, well, what about my page? Like my 2 pages, like my poetry page and my psychic page. Like both pages are destroyed. Like they're null and void now. Like they're hacked. Like this really sucks. Like what am I going to do, right? So I'm like saying to myself, I'm like, you know what? Why don't I make one Facebook business page with my poetry and my psychic stuff, okay? Hence the Bardess and the Crone, okay? So what is a bard? What is a bard? A bard is basically a poet, a storyteller, a musician, okay? So a bardess is basically a female bard, right? And crone, obviously, like maiden, mother, crone, like obviously crone is witch, right? So crone is like a mage, a witch, a seer, wise woman, all that shit. So I'm like, okay, so why don't I combine both pages? Okay, Bardess and the Crone is the perfect name because it encompasses the poetry part and it encompasses the psychic part. So it's like perfect, right? So I'm getting that out of the way. That's like one question that everyone would ask me. And it's like really effing annoying. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just say this. So then I'm like, I want to branch out. So I made an Instagram page with that name. This YouTube channel with any, which I basically slacked off because I am the queen of procrastination, but I want to get back on it like full force. I really want to go live on this platform like a lot. And I have a TikTok, but like I'm rarely on TikTok. So how did I get into spirituality? In terms of psychic gifts, I always knew I was connected to spirit, especially being that I was told in 9th grade that at 3 years old, because obviously a 3-year-old's not going to remember, I was told in 9th grade that at 3 years old, I was really sick and I basically had a near-death experience. So usually, and it all made sense when I was told that. Like I said, even before I knew that, I felt like I was always connected to spirits. You know, I would always feel spirit around me. Stuff like that. And what was I saying? I tend to lose my train of thought sometimes. ADHD moment. So I always felt connected to spirit. Like I would see things, you know, I would, you know, hear like ringing in my ear, and I would just feel things, and I would see things in like my third eye's vision, right? Like not necessarily like standing in front of me, but like in my third eye's vision, I would see things. So stuff like that. And then when I heard what happened to me, I was like, wow, like that makes sense. And thank you. Oh, and this is like my little side gig that I eventually want to manifest into I eventually want to manifest my psychic medium stuff as my full-fledged career, but my full time right now is a hairstylist. I am a hairdresser, so thank you for that compliment. But I eventually want to like manifest this as like my main squeeze and maybe do hair on the side or whatever, like flip-flop the two. That's my goal. So then the pandemic hit in 2020, right? And I wound up getting COVID for the first time. I had it 3 times. So I wound up getting COVID for the first time. And I'm not going to lie, you guys, like, at the time, okay, so rewind, because I tend to scatter a little bit. So rewind like maybe 2 to 3 years prior to the pandemic. So that would be like 2018, 2017, around there. I was curious about tarot. So I started following readers on YouTube, this platform, okay? And like, so it always sparked my interest, okay? So between like, you know, my psychic abilities, which we all have, by the way, it's just a matter of people being receptive or not. And like I said, some people are naturally more receptive if they had like near-death experiences or connections with spirit. But each and every one of us have it, okay? As long as we're open to it, because some people are so afraid that they close it off, right? Which brings me to my next thought. I was actually at a point where I was scared of my abilities. So I closed them off. And even though I closed them off, they would still try to like come toward my way. And that was when I closed them off. So you can only imagine like when like I wouldn't close it, like how open I was, you know what I mean? Because I was raised in a Roman Catholic Italian family, and like that was looked at as like taboo and like blah blah blah, like all that bull crap, right? I went to Catholic school, whatever. So, well, I went to both Catholic and public, but I went to Catholic, and okay. That's all I gotta say about that. So 2017, 2018, I was following tarot readers on this platform, YouTube, and I was like real curious about it. It sparked my interest. Okay. And I actually connected with my blood aunt through my mother's side, who is a reader, and she reads oracle and she reads tarot, and she's very spiritual, and her and I have an amazing bond till this day. Her and I are very close. She also writes poetry. Like our relation is beyond blood. Like we literally have every of the same sense of humor. Like we're both loners. Like we're both introvert. Like we literally, like our bond is beyond blood relation. Like it's a soul fam. So her and I are extremely tight. And I said to myself, wow, like I was meant to find her and my cousins. And, because my aunt was showing like me, well, presenting to me like stuff that I was really interested in. Like she was presenting to me my authentic self through her, because my whole life, you guys, like I was putting up a facade. Like I wasn't authentic to myself. I was trying to be like what everyone around me wanted me to be, believing in what they believed in, and like etc. I don't have to go into detail, but you kind of get my drift. Basically, like lacking an identity and like living through people and having people live through me, like whatever. And it was just like that. I didn't have a sense of self whatsoever. So fast forward to December 2020, when I first got COVID. I was scared because no one really knew at that point, like, what this was. You know what I mean? Like, it was all fairly new. So I said to myself, wow, like this is like the start of my awakening. Like, why am I hiding myself? Like, why am I hiding like who I am just to satisfy other people? Like, screw that. Like, if I don't need people's approval, like I'm done with that. Like, I'm so done with that. It's time for me to be me. And there were other things along the way that was kind of like a segue to that, which I won't get into, but like I was in therapy for a while. I was in therapy basically like on and off forever. But like the last therapist I was with, like she got me through some things, and she got me through a lot. And like one of the groups I was in, group therapy as well as individual therapy. But one of the classes I was taking has actually a lot of spirituality based into it. So I feel like that was like a segue of it. And then me getting COVID in 2020 was like the icing on the cake. Like, let me just jump in this pool now, right? So I want to say like 2020 was the start of my awakening. And I started doing tarot readings, and I started reading into Wicca and Thelema, and like all different, like more about like into the occult and like paganism, like, and I started just delving into like all like what the triple goddess meant and like all this stuff, right? And yeah, so that's, here it is, 2025. And I do readings. I am a medium. I do readings with and without cards. The cards kind of ground me and like gear me towards the direction of where the person wants to go in terms of, getting read. But I channel a lot. Like I consider myself, both a psychic and a medium. Which I tend to scatter ADHD brain. So just try to follow me, because I'm like, I'm on the same road. Like, I'm talking about like all things that lead into one another, but I'm like not on a straight line. I'm kind of like winding a little bit. So just like bear with me and try to like follow. But a lot, not all, but like a lot of people in the spiritual community get triggered by the word God, right? Now, like I was finished saying, like I went to Catholic school. I was raised in a Roman Catholic Italian family. Well, my father's side's all Italian. So no, none of, not open to energy work or anything like that whatsoever. And hence, I'm like the black sheep of my family, which is totally cool with me. Like, I'm totally content. Like, if people don't want to celebrate me for me, that's totally cool with me. And there's no hard feelings, but like the alignment is not there. And that's okay. That's totally fine. So excuse me. I'm tired, you guys. Sorry. So yeah, like some spiritualists get triggered by the word God, right? And like I said, I don't align with, I'm not going to say all, but I don't align with a lot of the people I was raised around or raised by, you know what I mean? I always knew I wanted to be open-minded as a child, but I never had a chance to express my open mind. And if I did, I was looked at as like weird or different, which in comparison from then to now, I love being different. Like, leave me the F alone. Like, I'm better off. But, when you're a kid, like, everyone wants to be accepted and all that hoopla. I don't have to get into it. But to me, and again, I respect everyone's path. Whatever resonates for them, they have to do what they feel in their heart is right for them. What they feel in their heart aligns with them, right? But like, people will ask me to this day if I believe in God, or do I believe in God, or what's my view on God, right? So I respect everyone's path, whether you're a Christian, whether you're an atheist, agnostic, whatever you identify as. I respect everyone's beliefs. I tend to be, I consider myself, I don't consider myself a Wiccan, but I resonate a lot with the Wiccan read, the Wiccan ways, blah, blah, blah. Get it out. The Wiccan ways and like the Wiccan read. There you go. I resonate with that, but I don't consider myself a Wiccan. I resonate with the pagan ways, and like the polytheistic ways, like the praises of like multiple gods or multiple deities. I basically consider myself eclectic. You know, and that's really how it was back in the day, before they had like monotheistic religions, before they had Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. Everyone was basically polytheistic. They believed in multiple gods, multiple deities. Basically, everyone was pagan, pre-Christianization, whatever. That's what I believe. Like, I resonate with paganism. I do, in a nutshell. But do I believe in God? Yes. But I don't believe it according to everyone's standards. When I say everyone, I don't mean literally everyone. I mean like, generically everyone. I don't think God is a dude in the sky coming through the clouds going to save you. I believe God is an energy. I believe that. And as I said that, I literally saw 22:22 on the clock. So that's how you know I'm in alignment with what I'm saying. That's how you know I'm not bullshitting you. I believe God is an energy. I believe of Christ consciousness or 5D consciousness, and I believe, if we tap in, we're all, candidates of receiving that consciousness, because we are, parts of God. We are parts of the universe. I feel like God and the universe are the same. You guys follow me? This is now again, everyone is entirely different and everyone is entitled to what they feel. But this is my channel and this is what I believe in. And I want to say this and address this, because if you're a member of my channel and if what I'm saying really doesn't resonate with you, then, maybe this isn't the channel for you. But like, this is not a religious channel. Like, this is a spiritual channel. I believe God is more of an energy. I believe the energy of God is everywhere, including within us. And I feel the energy of God and the energy of the universe, I feel it's the same, right? So that's how I feel. I feel like God is a consciousness, and we all have the capabilities of, developing Christ consciousness if we tap in, right? Like, Jesus is the Son of God. Essentially, not physically, no, but essentially he is, because we're all parts of God. We're all gods and goddesses. Jesus was one of many ascended masters who embodied and honed his Christ consciousness, right? Just like Buddha did, right? Just like all the ascended masters did. I feel like all the ascended masters are basically reincarnates of each other. And they all embody their Christ consciousness. And that's why they become ascended. So that's basically what I believe in. And again, I wanted to put up this introductory live just in case if, you're a member of my channel and you're like, you know what she's saying, I'm not really feeling it. Then you know what? Like, you can unsubscribe, that's totally fine. But also on the other opposite end of it, like if someone comes across my live and they're not a member of my channel and what I'm saying, they're like, you know what, like I'm feeling that, like I'm digging that vibe, and like press the subscribe button. And then you can like see like previous lives I did. Like I said, they're Facebook lives that I basically, recorded to here. But like you can click on them and like see the way that I work and stuff like that. And I think I have one live here where I tried to do readings, but like there was no traffic coming in at all. So I just wound up doing like a collective, but still like you can click on that and see like the way I work and stuff like that. And if it interests you, cool. And if not, that's okay too. But I just wanted to like make this introductory live tonight. So what else? What else did I want to say? So yeah, that was pretty much it, I think. All right. I think that's it. All right, you guys. Well, I did enough yapping. I've been on here for 27 minutes. So, like I said, I'm gonna be live on one of my goals, out of many, is to be on YouTube live a lot and do readings. Okay. And okay. So I'm on other platforms if you want to check me out on those. Like I said in the beginning of the live, like I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok, which I really don't go on TikTok much, but I mean, even though like my goal is to be more on here, like you can follow me on my other platforms too. Like you're more than welcome. As of right now, at this very minute, you'll probably see more on like my Facebook. But again, essentially my goal is to be on here a lot more. Where was I going with that now? ADHD really sucks. Well, I'm glad I don't smoke weed anymore, because then I'd be really fucked. Then I'd have like no memory whatsoever. Yeah. So the goal is to be on here most of the time, but if you want to follow me on my other platforms, you're more than welcome. Oh, readings. Okay. So I don't know if anyone like coming in here right now or whatever is familiar with how readings work, okay? But you get some closed-minded people who are like, you're spiritual, so why are you gonna accept donations? Why are you gonna accept money? Why are you gonna do this? Why are you gonna do that? You're spiritual. You shouldn't accept money. That's a bunch of bullshit. That's a bunch of bullshit. We are more than capable of accepting money. We should accept money. It's an energy exchange. Are you gonna, oh, well, you're helping people out. Yeah, well, so do doctors. So do therapists. So do nurse practitioners. Are we gonna go to them like expecting them not to get paid. I mean, yeah, that's why health insurance is there, and they get, paid by the insurance company, but still, like, they still get paid. Or if there's a therapist who has a private practice, they get paid out of pocket. Are you going to go to a diner, order food, and, like, eat and run? I mean, shit, sounds great. Shit's expensive nowadays, you know what I mean? But are you going to do that? Like, is there any decency in that? No. Are you going to go to Walmart, buy a bunch of shit, food, clothes, whatever, and walk out and not pay? Yeah, it sounds good because, again, shit's fucking expensive, but is there human decency in that? No. Like, energy exchanges, it's an exchange of energy, right? So just like I honor the energy of the people I read for, my energy is just as valid. My energy is just as important. And, from what I told you guys, not getting in detail after detail, but from the generalized synopsis of what I told you guys, I've been through a lot of shit. So I came a far way to get where I am today, and I'm actually at a place in my life, like, yeah, there are obviously things in my life I want to improve on, but I came finally to a spiritual place in my life where I accept myself in all my forms, and I accept myself again in all my forms, and I respect my energy, and I feel like my energy is sacred. So I'm not going to feel guilty or ashamed of it either, because I feel like each and every one of us should consider our own energy sacred. And if the people around you don't consider your energy sacred, then those are not your people. So I don't know if someone needed to hear that, whether you're on the live right now or whether you're going to come on the live and hear that, but I feel like maybe someone needed to hear that too. If your people don't value your energy, then they're not your people. They're clearly not your people. They don't align with you. And again, no hard feelings. That's okay. But sometimes, the alignment's not there. Like when the vibrations don't match, alignment is not there. And that's totally fine. So, all right, you guys. So I just wanted to introduce myself and, hit that subscribe button and turn on your notification bell. And you can see me do live readings. Donation-based. All my readings are going to be donation-based. I am going to probably do collectives here and there, during the live, for the collective, a generalized message for the collective. But if someone wants a personal reading on a live, it's going to be donation-based. And the more you donate, the more in-depth I will go, because my personal prices are and yes, I do personal readings, but my personal prices don't even compare to, again, any donation suffices on a live, and I appreciate it with full-fledged gratitude. But the more you donate, keep in mind, the more you donate, the more in depth I will get. But again, any donation suffices on a live. My personal prices are, they're set flat rate prices, and they don't compare to live reading prices. usually my mini readings usually start at $80. And those are my mini readings. I do, because I know times are tough. Okay, I am human. I work paycheck to paycheck. Again, I'm very vocal, I'm very honest, and very transparent. I do work from paycheck to paycheck, so I know like the struggle's real. So I do respect that, and for my personal readings, sometimes I do promote sales, right? Like I said, usually my mini readings start at $80, but right now I am promoting a sale. Mini readings are $20 and full readings are $40. And considering that my mini readings start at $80, that's an astronomical sale. That's like a really good sale. So if anyone is interested in that, you can hit me up on Facebook or whatever, and we can, set up an appointment. But, everyone's worthy of getting paid, like, no matter what they do. Like, they're performing a service for someone. So, like, there's nothing wrong with money, and especially, like, in a spiritual standpoint, like, money is more than a piece of paper with, like, two old white dudes on it. Like, it's more than that. It's energy. And you can do great things with money, like that saying that a lot of people say, including me, you guys, because at one time, like I was saying, I felt like I had to be closed-minded, just like, people around me back then. I said it too. Money's the root of all evil. I said it before, but it's not. It depends on who has that money, right? If you come across a person who is just trying to do the right thing in life and they, receive money, they can do plenty of good things with that money for themselves and for other people. Or like if they want to grow a business, like I want to grow a business, like I want to manifest this stuff as my main career, like I explained in the beginning of the live, right? So what can I do with your donations? I can invest it in my business. I can get a tripod. I can get backdrops. I can get like a little microphone. Like I can get like obviously more tarot decks, which I mean, I have a shit ton already. I mean, tarot decks and crystals, yeah, I have an endless amount already, but you get what I'm saying, So money is a good thing, But, even just, if you don't get a reading, like if you just come on my live and like, support my lives by liking it, by sharing it, I mean, that goes a long way as well. Because by simply sharing it, it gets me out there, I'll get more engagement that way. So any support does matter, even if you're not particularly donating, but if you're sharing, if you're engaging, like any support matters. And it's all energy exchange. Even like I put up a post today. Actually, I put this post up on Facebook, and then I copied and pasted it and put it up on this platform. If you ever had like a personal reading from me, or even heard like one of my collective messages and it resonated with you, like please leave me feedback. There's nothing wrong with asking for feedback. Like, see, like that's not an exchange of money, but it's still it's an exchange of energy, and it's some sort. Because if people see your page with, people's reviews about like how you read them, how it resonated, etc., then other people are going to see that and it's going to spark their interest. So you see what I'm saying? Like it all snowballs and domino effects into each other. So, any support in any way is greatly important, and it's greatly appreciated. Like from the bottom of my heart, it's greatly appreciated because like this stuff is really important to me. So I really want to get myself out there. Like I said, like I want to manifest this into like my main career I've been wanting to for a really long time. And like kind of losing my patience, but I'm still hanging in there. I'm still trusting the universe. But it will, I know it will happen. I know I have the capabilities of making it happen. Like I believe in myself enough for it to happen. So it will absolutely happen. But anyway, I hope what I'm saying or what I said for the past 41 minutes almost made sense to you guys. And I invite you to subscribe to my channel. And I will see you guys soon. I hope you guys have a great night, day, rest of your day, rest of your night, whatever time zone you're in, because us spiritualists know time is not real. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Now I got to figure out how to shut this down. Oh, the X's. All right. Bye. Are you sure you want to stop? Yeah.